You hear it all the time, and research backs it up. Stress is just everywhere and often overwhelming. But it doesn't have to stick with us. Dr. Nikki Crawford of Your Peaceful Space is here to help us de-stress. Thank you for being here. Welcome back to Better Kansas City. Now, first off, I know, how do we de-stress? Because I know a lot of the times work is stressful, so we want to take a long vacation, but a lot of times we don't have the opportunities to do that. What's some good ways just to take a moment and de-stress?
Yeah, so I'll share 3 different ways you can create just these little pockets of peace throughout your day.
Pockets of peace, I love that.
Isn't that sweet? Yeah, so it's not a big time commitment, or you don't have to go to a special class to do this. Just throughout your day, there are 3 really great ways to help you kind of bring yourself down.
All right, first we're going to talk about focusing on breathing. Is that what it is?
Right.
Okay.
So you hear a lot about different kinds of breathing and how beneficial
breathing
that is.
exercises too, yeah.
Yes, yes. And those are wonderful. You can also just do something very simple like if you notice that your in-breath is 4 seconds, then on your out-breath, take 8 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So we know if your out-breath is longer than your in-breath, you can actually relax your body. Physiologically, it will relax your body.
Really?
Yeah.
So just take a pause. We're going to breathe in 2 seconds and make sure we breathe out 4 seconds.
Right, right. And if you can go a little longer, like 4, 5, or 6 seconds on the
Okay.
in-breath, make it nice and long and slow, and then a long out-breath.
How long do you recommend trying to focus on that breathing of the 2 to 4, or like double the end of the out breathing? How long should I sit and focus on that?
Less than a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just that enough right there will start me down the right path. Okay.
Right, right.
I can get behind that. Something that doesn't take, like you said, a very long time at all.
Yeah.
And the second strategy is you suggest is pause before launching. What's that?
Right. So many of us spend our time launching from one thing to the other during the day,
yeah.
which is probably really true for you
Exactly.
in this business.
As parents and well, yeah, in this business, you're doing one traffic report, getting ready for Better Kansas City, back to doing a traffic report, then remembering that your son has baseball and
Right.
soccer and oh yes, it's all over the place.
Perfect examples. So what you can try to do for yourself then is when you're getting ready to transition from one activity to the next, just pause. Like notice you've just completed the traffic report.
Yeah.
And now you're getting ready to walk into Better Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
So just take that moment to kind of find yourself and realize I'm moving from one thing to the other.
So when Aaron Little is back there in the Weather Center asking me, Bill, what are you doing? And you say, I'm pausing.
I'm pausing.
And now I'm going over to Better Kansas
And now
City.
I'll launch.
And now I'm
Yes.
launching.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, the last strategy that you have is to be present. And I think this is probably just good advice all around, right?
Yes, and we hear a lot about
Yeah.
this these days too. And so all that really means is to notice that you're just right here, right now.
Yeah.
And this is really helpful if you find yourself kind of in the past, maybe regretting something you said or wish you would have said something different, or kind of tumbling into the future and thinking of what you might do or what might happen. And we have so little control over what's going to happen in the future, and certainly don't have any over what has already happened.
Yeah.
That to notice right here in this moment, I'm probably okay.
We need to live in the now.
Right, right. And if you can stack these things together, so you pause, you take a couple deep, easy breaths, and you locate yourself now and here, it really adds up to a nice little kind of just a mini retreat, just a little pocket of peace.
I really relate to that third thing that you said, because I don't know about you, but oftentimes I look back and I don't know if I necessarily regret things, but I'll dwell on things that I've done or things that maybe didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to.
Right.
And it's something that I think about and it can get to me during the day. And I know other people worry or get anxious about what's in the future, and it constantly grinds on them until they make themselves physically sick because it's something. So it's good to step back, like you said, take a deep breath, pause, and then we can launch.
Right.
All right,
Perfect.
Dr. Nikki, we appreciate you being here. I feel better already. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to do some breathing exercises too.
Good.
All right, a clean space is